Real power is unseen and unchallenged. Each day unfolds like a battlefield, where every glance, word, and gesture carries the weight of strategy. Enemies do not always reveal themselves with swords drawn. Often they lurk in impulses, fear, and hesitation. Respect is not seized through combat, but claimed through mastery of your own presence. Occupying the throne within begins with understanding that your mind is the command center. Here, clarity replaces chaos, and deliberate action neutralizes the unpredictable. Your reactions become instruments, not accidents. Every choice signals authority or weakness. Acting without calculation exposes you. Restraint converts observation into leverage. When someone challenges your decisions, resist the urge to over-explain. A subordinate disagreement, a colleague's doubt, or a peer's objection is an opportunity to demonstrate composure. Hold your posture, maintain calm, and articulate your position concisely. The world observes more than it participates. Treat every interaction as a maneuver in an invisible war. Your presence alone must suggest inevitability. Let others move first while you control the perception of power. Protect the throne by keeping internal deliberations private. Unguarded thoughts are vulnerabilities others exploit. Develop an inner rhythm, a cadence of calm that signals unshakable confidence. Silence is a weapon. Observe the environment, weigh intentions, and act only when advantage is clear. Avoid overreacting to slights. Impulsive retaliation diminishes respect. Direct your energy to tasks that reinforce competence and visible authority. Demonstrate decisiveness without aggression, decisiveness without domination. The invisible battlefield rewards patience. Weakness is exposed in haste, strength in control. Your gaze alone should convey awareness, readiness, and authority. Engage disputes minimally with PR. Decision. Command space in conversation, asserting presence through measured tone and posture. Let words be sparse, deliberate, unavoidable. When someone contests your guidance, answer with a firm principle rather than extended justification. A calm correction, like a predator's measured strike, communicates dominance without confrontation. Embrace boundaries clearly. Do not permit interruptions to erode focus. Manage the flow of attention. Protect your mental territory as a general safeguards the command post. Train your mind to anticipate reactions without acting on impulse. Observe patterns in behavior, predict moves, and reinforce your internal throne. Small, consistent victories, delivered silently, compound into authority that others recognize instinctively. Mastering these dynamics converts ordinary moments into demonstrations of unassailable command. Every interaction, every decision becomes a maneuver that establishes dominance without aggression. Respect grows where fear and admiration intersect, tempered by restraint. Reinforce presence with ritual, posture, and intentional communication. Let the subtle strength of your calmness dictate outcomes before action is necessary. A micro example: when a coworker interrupts with criticism in a meeting, pause, absorb, and respond once, with measured words and unwavering posture. The room recalibrates around your authority. Language framing. Weak. I think we might consider. Strong. We proceed with this. Weak. Perhaps it's better if. Strong. This is the approach we follow. Weak. I feel we should. Strong. We act here. Every decision, glance, and gesture becomes a tool of silent influence. Occupy the mind fully. Command the space effortlessly. Each day, strengthen the throne within. Fortify your mental citadel, and let every act reflect deliberate mastery. The battlefield is internal, but the respect it generates is external and enduring. Maintain vigilance, discipline, and presence. Do not react impulsively. Do not over-explain. Do not cede control. Command your mind, command your space, and let others recognize your authority without ever needing to fight. I endure, I command, I am untouchable. Your mind, is the throne from which all authority radiates. Every thought, choice, and perception is a signal to the world. Either you are master of your domain or subject to the whims of chaos. Occupying the mental throne requires vigilance, clarity, and an unwavering sense of self-command. Each day presents invisible opponents, distractions, manipulations, and unsolicited opinions, attempting to breach your inner walls. Do not yield. Like a king surveying his kingdom, observe the landscape of your mind. Identify potential threats before they manifest externally. The seat of command demands that you act strategically, never reactively. Measure every decision as a general considers the positioning of troops, understanding the ripple effects of missteps. Guarded gates are essential. What others perceive should be the crown, not the clutter behind it. Share only what strengthens your authority. Conceal doubts, confusion, and hesitation. By controlling the information you project, you shape how enemies and peers respect you. Psychological armor is built through disciplined cognition. Study, reflection, and intentional thought patterns form barriers invisible yet impenetrable, signaling stability to observers. When challenged or contradicted, remain composed. In a recent professional setting, a peer questioned your recommendation with veiled skepticism. You held your posture, acknowledged the comment with calm acknowledgement, and reasserted your principle succinctly. The room recalibrated. Authority was reaffirmed without confrontation. Weak. I suppose we could try it your way. Strong. We proceed with this approach. Weak. Maybe we should reconsider. Strong. This is the plan we implement. Weak. I think this might work. Strong. We execute here. Strength lies not in reactive displays, but in silent, deliberate mastery. Command your thoughts as you would an army. Position them, fortify them, and deploy them with precision. Respect follows those who demonstrate inner control. Neglect this throne, and impulsive reactions betray vulnerability. Maintain internal discipline as ritual. Clarity and calm must be habitual. Every decision, conversation, and observation is a move on the chessboard of influence. Let your mental presence alone dictate outcomes. Let actions be concise, inevitable, and commanding. Train the mind to anticipate patterns, foresee challenges, and neutralize disruption before it reaches the outer world. Observe opponents, understand motives, but act only when your position is unassailable. In daily interactions, assert boundaries firmly yet gracefully. Protect attention and energy as a general secures critical supply lines. Cultivate awareness that commands respect without uttering a threat. Occupy the throne consistently. Do not relinquish it to fleeting emotion or external pressures. Strengthen internal fortifications daily. Rituals of focus, reflection, and mental rehearsal transform ordinary moments into demonstrations of unassailable authority. Silence, clarity, and unwavering self-command are your allies. The mind, disciplined and fortified, ensures enemies respect you without ever witnessing combat. I am the throne, unshakable and sovereign. The morning is the first battlefield of every day, where the victor sets the tone for perception, respect, and influence. Before the world stirs, your actions declare intent, discipline, focus, and unshakable presence. Dawn patrol begins with ritualized routines. Each deliberate movement, from waking with purpose to arranging your environment, signals mastery. Predictable in preparation, yet unpredictable in execution. Your provocation habits communicate strength silently. Others may underestimate this quiet assertion, but it establishes the framework for authority that does not demand conflict. Skirmishes of will occur in the seemingly trivial tasks. The first emails, the preparation of materials, the choice to engage or observe. Approach them as training grounds. Every small victory sharpens decision-making, endurance, and poise under pressure. These minor contests forge the reflexes that ensure composure when larger challenges arise. Treat every minor interaction as an exercise in calculated response. Invisible siege is waged not through confrontation, but through presence. Starting strong deters challengers before they materialize. Showing discipline in the opening hours communicates readiness, signaling to peers and adversaries alike that hesitation will meet with calm precision. In a recent team scenario, a colleague attempted to pressure an early decision with urgency, expecting indecision. You maintained composure, completed your routine, and presented your choice with clear reasoning, neutralizing tension without aggression. Weak. I guess we can decide now. Strong. We proceed with clarity. The approach is defined. Weak. Let's see what happens. Strong. We move deliberately. No step is wasted. Weak. I'll follow whatever you choose. Strong. This course is chosen. We act with intent. Begin the day with strategic thought. Every routine becomes a maneuver, every action a signal of unyielding control. Your energy, focus, and early decisions dominate the battlefield before opponents are aware of the contest. Guard your time as a commander guards the perimeter. No distraction breaches unchallenged. Leverage early victories to establish psychological superiority. Anticipate the moves of others, prepare countermeasures, and strike with the economy of effort, not impulsive force. Build momentum quietly. Allow respect to accrue from the disciplined execution of tasks and the calm assertion of authority. Position yourself as the arbiter of your morning dew. Or mine. Let the day's trajectory be shaped by calculated presence rather than reactive impulse. Strength is demonstrated silently. Readiness, consistency, and deliberate action create influence that is felt before it is spoken. Every dawn is an opportunity to fortify perception, enforce boundaries, and establish an aura of competence. Stand resolute in ritual, unwavering in focus, and decisive in early maneuvers. Master the opening hours, and the remainder of the day bows to your control. I command the dawn. I dominate the day. Silence is a weapon sharper than any blade, and stillness is the armor that turns observation into advantage. Pause before striking. Restraint amplifies power because impulsive reactions reveal weakness. When you wait, assess, and measure each move, adversaries miscalculate your intentions, granting you strategic leverage. Their haste becomes your opportunity. The predator's patience teaches that respect grows not from noise, but from careful study. Watch the movements of colleagues, competitors, and critics. Note patterns, anticipate actions, and allow them to reveal themselves without provocation. This observation creates psychological dominance. They sense control they cannot challenge. Quiet dominance is enacted by the absence of unnecessary words. Speak when it is necessary, and let every utterance carry weight. Silence communicates authority more effectively than declarations, boasting, or protests ever could. In a recent negotiation, a peer attempted to pressure a compromise with aggressive insistence. You maintained calm, listened intently, and responded with measured reasoning. Weak. Fine, I'll accept that. Strong. I have considered all positions. This course is defined. Weak. I don't know, maybe you're right. Strong. We proceed deliberately. Hesitation is not an option. Weak. I guess that works. Strong. The strategy stands. Action is intentional. Apply stillness as a strategy. Let tension build around you, not within you. Observe without attachment, act without urgency, and allow respect to arise naturally from the perception of control. Every pause is a repositioning. Every unspoken judgment is a recalculation by observers. Maintain patience like a predator awaiting the precise moment, converting anticipation into authority. Guard your presence with quiet vigilance. Allow others to reveal their weaknesses while you fortify your composure. Your restraint is interpreted as mastery, your inaction as power. Use silence to dictate the rhythm of interactions, ensuring that others move within boundaries you silently enforce. Stand unshaken amidst agitation, deliberate amidst chaos, and deliberate in every decision. Command the environment through observation, not confrontation, and leverage every moment of stillness to establish influence. Build respect through absence of haste, presence of attention, and unwavering patience. I move silently, yet I dominate all. Eliminate weakness as a general clears his battlefield. Hesitation is a vulnerability visible to every rival. Decapitate doubt. Erase uncertainty from your mind and actions. Self-doubt manifests in tone, posture, and indecision. Rivals sense it immediately. Commit fully to your choices. Each decision must be executed with clarity and confidence. Eliminate noise. Distractions fracture attention, divert focus, and weaken perceived authority. Guard your time and energy as you would a fortress. Silence notifications, streamline commitments, and prioritize tasks that amplify presence and impact. Strategic cutbacks extend beyond habit into environment and relationships. Remove patterns that dilute discipline and let go of associations that erode influence quietly and decisively. In a team meeting, a colleague attempted to derail progress with petty objections. You responded by acknowledging input briefly, redirecting attention to priorities and maintaining focus. Weak. I guess we can discuss that later. Strong. We will proceed with this plan. Attention to the mission is paramount. Weak. Maybe that's fine. Strong. We act deliberately. Distractions have no authority here. Weak. I'm okay with it. Strong. This course is final. Execute with clarity. Treat each morning as a reconnaissance mission, each task as a tactical maneuver, and each relationship as an alignment of resources. Remove doubt, noise, and counterproductive habits before they are weaponized against you. Your authority grows as you prune weaknesses without spectacle, leaving rivals uncertain of where control truly resides. Stand resolute, maintain unwavering attention, and allow your presence to communicate mastery without confrontation. Discipline your mind and environment. Respect emerges from visible competence and deliberate action. Every cutback fortifies your strategic position. Every eradication reinforces psychological dominance. Act methodically, speak with purpose, and command respect by eliminating what undermines you silently. I remove all weakness. I am untouchable. Your presence is a fortress. Composure is your strongest wall. Craft the mask of command, impenetrable exterior. Stand calm amid chaos. Your steady demeanor signals mastery that cannot be challenged. Others scan for weakness. Reveal none. The battlefield of perception is won before a word is spoken. Mirror of fear. Subtle cues, posture, timing, and expression communicate dominance without confrontation. A measured pause, a deliberate glance, a refusal to react immediately all serve as instruments of psychological leverage. Projected confidence. Your gaze becomes a blade, your posture a shield, your silence a declaration. Speak with precision when necessary, act with intention at all times. In a team disagreement over project direction, you acknowledge it. Input briefly, maintain eye contact, and guide the decision forward calmly, signaling control without hostility. Weak. Maybe we can adjust later. Strong. We proceed. Attention remains on the strategy. Weak. I guess that works. Strong. The plan is final. Execute with focus. Treat every interaction as a chessboard, every observation as reconnaissance. Your mask is not deception, but authority made visible. Curate habits, gestures, and responses to reinforce a throne that exists in perception before it exists in action. Enforce consistency. Let uncertainty dissolve before it can be noticed. Silence, composure, and deliberate movement become your instruments of respect. Own the room, command attention, and maintain the outward persona that deters challenge. Every subtle signal compounds authority, Every measured response fortifies dominance. I am the throne. All follow my command. Precision is your deadliest weapon. Hesitation is a liability. Become the inner assassin. Target weaknesses. Observe quietly and map vulnerabilities in every environment. Knowing where opponents falter prevents unnecessary confrontations. Each soft point is an opportunity to assert authority without raising alarms. Silent eliminations. Remove obstacles with strategy, not spectacle. Invisible maneuvers ensure rivals never fully comprehend the control you wield. A colleague undermining a project is addressed through subtle reassignment and redirection, not confrontation, preserving both influence and perception. Calculated influence. Position yourself so that your decisions guide outcomes subtly. Authority is felt, not shouted. Weak. I'll try to fix this. Strong. This is resolved under my direction. Weak. Let's see what happens next. Strong. We act with precision. There is no deviation. Treat every challenge as a tactical map. Each action is deliberate, each step measured. Avoid open battles. Conserve energy for decisive, controlled interventions. Cultivate ruthlessness internally. Discipline, and restrained, allowing strategy to manifest through careful execution. Influence is a chessboard, patience the unseen hand moving pieces. Your authority becomes undeniable because it operates beneath awareness, shaping results before opposition can react. Let every silent strike reinforce presence and command. Embrace observation, foresight, and meticulous planning as your allies. Strike only when calculated, impact amplified by discretion. I move unseen, all yield to my will. Ambition is a wolf that thrives when fed with discipline. Controlling hunger. Nurture your drive strategically. Selective feeding sharpens instincts without allowing impulses to run rampant. Let every goal act as a ration, sustaining focus and energy for decisive action. Master the predator. Within. Channel competitive impulses into calculated maneuvers, not open conflict. Each move must serve a larger strategy. In a team disagreement over resources, assert direction calmly, redirecting effort toward collective objectives while maintaining authority. Visible strength. Demonstrate competence through action, not noise. Let results speak and presence deter unnecessary challenges. Weak. I hope this works. Strong. This is executed with precision. Weak. I'll handle it if needed. Strong. I lead. Outcomes follow. Let your composure signal mastery, so rivals defer rather than confront. Observe constantly, act deliberately, and temper aggression with restraint. Each instinct honed becomes an instrument of influence, every restraint a measure of power. Your inner wolf is fed without chaos, sharpened without destruction, a predator controlled and respected. Build authority through silent force, strategic energy, and mastery of self. I command the wolf within, all yield to my control. Each social encounter is a move on a living chessboard. Advance with purpose. Treat every interaction as delis. Berate. Your gestures, words, and decisions are pieces positioned to achieve psychological dominance. Observe opponents, predict intentions, and control the tempo. Sacrifice wisely. Let go of minor confrontations. Concede small points to secure long-term influence. A heated office disagreement can be handled by conceding trivial objections while steering the team toward your strategic goal, preserving authority without direct conflict. Anticipate counterplay. Study patterns, predict reactions, and prepare moves in advance. Respect arises when your actions leave no escape for rivals. Weak. I'll try to influence this. Strong. I maneuver with precision. Outcomes follow. Weak. Maybe I should respond now. Strong. I act when advantage is certain. Every decision is a chess move. each maneuver calculated, each restraint a silent claim of mastery. Observe the board, control your pieces, and let others reveal their strategies first. Your presence dominates without confrontation, influence solidified through anticipation and measured advancement. Let sacrifices serve the greater strategy, not personal pride, and transform every interaction into a stepping stone of authority. I move with vision. Respect follows inevitably. Discipline is forged in the repetition of deliberate acts. Repetition as armor. Daily rituals are not mundane. They are your shield against distraction, doubt, and the chaos of others. Each consistent habit strengthens resilience and control, creating a presence that cannot be shaken. Mind-forged steel. Small, disciplined actions accumulate invisibly, building an aura of unwavering determination. Rise early, maintain focus, execute with precision. Each act compounds into formidable authority. A colleague challenges your method, respond with calm adherence to your routine, demonstrating leadership without debate. Visible fortitude. Your steadiness is observed, your calm assertiveness unspoken but undeniable. Weak. I try to stay consistent, strong. I act with unwavering discipline. Weak. I hope they notice my work. Strong. They observe, they respect, they follow. Let your daily armor signal capability. Let your unyielding habits broadcast your power silently. Fortify every day, maintain precision, and let consistency become your signature. I endure, I persist. I am unbreakable. Mastery is shown in the absence of confrontation. Psychological immunity. Move through every interaction as though armored with invisible steel. Your calm and unshakable demeanor signals power before a word is spoken. Anticipate reactions. Let gestures convey authority, and project control so naturally that others hesitate to challenge. Sovereign presence. Align posture, tone, and timing with precision. Every action must radiate command. Observe a dispute arise over a project decision. Respond with measured authority, outlining your reasoning once and holding firm. Silent empire. Shape perception subtly, letting influence extend without overt force. Weak. I need to assert myself. Strong. I act with quiet dominance. Weak. I hope they follow my lead. Strong. They recognize, they yield, they respect. Cultivate invincibility through discipline, maintain composure, and enforce boundaries consistently. Command every room, guide every exchange, and let presence alone secure deference. I am untouchable, silent, sovereign. The ultimate power lies not in the strike, but in the unwavering command that precedes it. You step into every interaction as though the world itself bends to observe your strategy. Imagine the battlefield of life as a throne room, each move measured, each pause deliberate, every glance a message of authority. Synchronized strategy. Your internal discipline, cultivated through daily rituals, now fuses with calculated action. Every decision, no matter how small, is deliberate, projecting calm dominance. Advance only when necessary. Hold back when restraint asserts more power. Let your presence speak before your words. Let timing itself become your weapon. Invisible conquest. Others recognize your foresight before any confrontation arises, yielding to the certainty of your judgment. You assert power by absence, by the impression that your influence reaches farther than any visible action. A colleague challenges your approach to a collaborative project. You respond with precise reasoning, unshaken voice, and consistent boundaries. The disagreement resolves not through argument, but through the clarity and steadiness of your approach. Silent respect follows. The crown of mastery. Your mind is disciplined, anticipating reactions and orchestrating outcomes. Your presence radiates confidence that cannot be ignored. Decisions are swift, measured, and final. Weak. I hope they accept my choice. Strong. They recognize, they follow, they respect. Weak. I must convince them. Strong. I act with authority, they respond accordingly. Your reputation, reinforced by consistent behavior, becomes a shield and a scepter simultaneously. Observe, anticipate, and execute with unwavering calm. Let every action be a testament to preparation and resolve. Those who oppose you learn to step aside, not through fear of force, but by acknowledgement of unassailable mastery. Let no hasty emotion dictate movement. Let strategy, observation, and timing dominate. Guard your attention, conserve your energy, and display only what strengthens perception. The battlefield of influence is quiet, yet every observer senses the architecture of command surrounding you. Engage selectively, project consistency, and your authority will extend beyond immediate presence. Every gesture, glance, and word consolidates your throne. Resistance is muted not through coercion, but through recognition of your psychological dominion. The final form of respect is earned silently, reinforced constantly, and recognized universally. Adopt these principles daily, synchronized to cue, haunt, action, and presence. Allow others submission to your calm, measured mastery. Every calculated pause, every disciplined response, every controlled display builds the empire of your influence. Step into the room, hold the gaze, speak sparingly, act decisively, and let the environment conform subtly to your command. In all interactions, convey competence, steadiness, and foresight. Opponents hesitate, allies trust, and observers learn. Mastery becomes instinctive, automatic, and unshakable. You are the measure by which others gauge behavior. Your authority is unquestioned because it is consistent, deliberate, and absolute. I rule without striking. I conquer without conflict. Your sovereignty is not claimed in battle, but in the unwavering control of your presence. Each day, treat observation as a weapon, ritual as armor, and strategic thought as the architecture of your throne. Move deliberately through the world, as if every gesture signals command. Let timing and patience become your invisible allies. Daily reinforcement. Embed discipline into each moment. Notice patterns, anticipate reactions, and refine your decisions with relentless attention. Practice restraint in conversation, in action, and in posture. A colleague tests your limits in a meeting, pushing disagreement subtly. Respond with measured calm, assert your reasoning, and maintain your composure. Authority emerges from your steadiness, not the volume of your argument. Let your consistency become a deterrent. When people expect calculated control, they hesitate to challenge. Commanding mantra. Speak little, act intentionally, and internalize the creed. I endure without striking. I command without force. I am the throne, the shadow, the storm. I am untouchable. Let this mantra guide your posture, your tone, your decisions. Each repetition strengthens your psychological fortress, anchoring presence and reinforcing invisible dominance. Legacy of respect. Self-mastery transforms perception. When you control impulses, plan strategically, and act with discernment, others submit voluntarily to your authority. Respect is no longer a demand, but a natural response to consistent composure. Observe without judgment, decide without haste, and project confidence without aggression. Let your silence be interpreted as depth, your patience as calculus, and your movement as inevitability. Opponents adjust preemptively, allies align effortlessly, and observers recognize the structure of power surrounding you. You do not enforce, you exist as the standard of order. Project authority through attention, presence, and clarity. Do not allow distractions or ego to dilute influence. Every encounter becomes a rehearsal of mastery, every decision a demonstration of calculated sovereignty. Build habits that reinforce this state, Morning reflection, strategic planning, and controlled engagement. Each repetition fortifies the throne of your mind, the shadow of your presence, the storm of your influence. Stand without yielding, act without desperation, and move without revealing vulnerability. Others' perceptions bend to the constancy of your composure. Their respect is earned silently, granted without coercion. Cultivate the inner empire daily, and let your life exemplify control, restraint, and omnipresent authority. Endure challenges calmly, assert judgment firmly, and maintain boundaries with unwavering clarity. Let your mind be the armory, your decisions the banners, and your demeanor the standard under which respect assembles naturally. I endure without striking. I command without force. I am the throne, the shadow, the storm. I am untouchable.